Hey guys, what's up? How y'all doing? I'm here to talk to you guys about Shaman King's new episode, which is on episode 36, the 2021 version, or the the reboot version or remake version, So if anything else, let's continue. We have to it that Chocolove ends up having to confront the two twins, the two siblings, which is Red Sib and Sabram, I believe, and they end up having a little small fight. And Red Sib, the brother of the siblings, ends up having to talk to Chocolate that you killed our father, And Chocolate remembers what he's done many nights ago, and that he does feel remorse for it. However, that doesn't go through them, and they end up piercing Chocolove's heart, which is really bad. Pretty terrifying and very scary, And Chocolove ends up falling dead. Yo and everyone else shows Rio, and Rio shows up, and Rio decides to take Chocolove and their allies. We have to it that the brother ends up taking out his anger along with his little sister with using the golem to go after Yo, We have to it. Yo ask him, "You killed Chocolove, so do you feel any good? Do you feel any good? Do you feel any good about it? Huh? Tell me." And we had too that the brother ends up having to blame Yo for everything for being a friend of Chocolove. We had too that Yo does not stand a chance. Even Anna says that to Manta and everything else, But that doesn't mean Yo is gonna give up, We had to it. Yo has been dodging their attacks and tried to attack him back, and eventually the golem decides to go into flight mode, We had to it. Yo ends up talking to the little brother and ask him you doing this thing, you get what you get. A tooth for a tooth, an eye for an eye, that kind of thing, etc. Pretty much overall, the fight between Yo and the siblings, Yo's trying to get them to understand that you've done this, so how do you feel? And you get what you give after what you've done, that kind of thing. And the brother almost got himself killed, but Yo decides to save him. But unfortunately, the golem ends up having another hit and ends up piercing Yo through his stomach or through his abdomen, which is really bad because looks like a fatal wound here and there. We have to it that Ryu is trying to keep everyone else alive as he can and tries to see Chocolove and his crew to be revived by the crew Gondola, which is his goal is to get them over there and hopefully revive them, As for Yo and everything else, we see to it that he tries to tend to his wound, but he took a nasty hit, As for Chocolove, he is in the afterlife talking to his master here and there, and his master ends up talking about a couple things here and there about why people are are in different parts of the afterlife, And he ends up telling Chocolove, "I'm gonna take you somewhere where you could see the greatest of all, that kind of thing." We have to it that after let's see here. Red Sib ends up talking to Yo for a bit after he took a nasty hit, and they end up falling off, but Yo managed to use some of his oversword to save himself and Red Sib. We had to it that Red Sib decides to keep watch for now. As for Yo, he decides to find a way decides to look into this how Ryunosuke and Ren managed to get back to life, We have to it that Yo concludes that they might have to use Oversoul to heal themselves because somehow, etc. But we have to it that things gets very ugly in the end as Hal ends up showing up and grabs the golem, and Yo tries to stop Hal from consuming the golem and everything else. And we get to know more about integrated mana of Furuko or Shaman energy. We get to know that the kids don't have a lot of freaking Furuko or Shaman energy, but something about integrated integrated mana in that golem, and it has 550,000, I believe, or how the subtitle says it. I don't know, but we have to it that we get to know more about what's going on here and there. That I think the golem is being controlled by their deceased father somehow. I guess that guy somehow integrated his own soul inside that golem whatsoever, which I think it must be integrated mana. I don't know. This is fan subtitle, so I don't know what's going on. All I can say is that Seiram, the sister of the siblings, is being controlled by their father when she is in the golem. I don't know, etc. As for Mickey, he ends up having to be injured, but that's the very beginning when the twins went to go out to get their revenge, we had to it that Yo tries to fight back, but Hao's minions ends up beating him to a pulp. Not just because Yo is weak, but at the same time, he does not stand a chance against him, even if he tried, Yo is still trying to fight here and there, but we have to it that Laser, along with like Horo Horo and Ren, ends up showing up to help Yo out, And we have to it, Laser does tell Yo and everyone else that he allowed the twins to get their revenge on Chocolat for killing their parent whatsoever, And Laser understands how they felt because he feels the same way. But the reason why he let them do that is to try to get a better bond to each other, So they managed to save the golem from Hao and everyone else, and now they're getting ready to go into a fight, going to a freaking all-out brawl right now. Like I said, Lyserg, Ren, Horo, everyone else ends up getting ready to fight against Hao and the minions, and we had to it that Lyserg says, there's a reason why I understand what you meant, like, you get what you give here and there. So knowing risk, I know I had to bring everyone, as Lyserg says. That's the reason why Ren and Horo came along, because Lyserg needed to bring them, And he says the reason why he did that, to let that happen here and there, so they could get a better understanding to each other and form a true bond of friendship, possibly. I don't know. But one thing was sure, Hao only looks down on them and gets ready to go into battle. But I'm going to say the truth, Hao has over 1 million, like, shaman energy or Furuko, I don't highly doubt they'll be able to last against him at all, but we'll have to see. I mean, it is a shonen series here and there, but yeah. So, until then, people, I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm Alpha Have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time, alright? Peace out. Bye-bye. Toot-ta-da!